Hello and welcome to NDTV News. I am Tari Prido Ikidi. The highlights. Initial traders drag NAFDAC to court over unlawful interference. JAM says no extension of registration deadline beyond March 8. Plus, United States excludes UK, Nigeria, others from visa-free entry for 2025. And now the details. 4 traders at Ogboukwu Bridgehead Market in Onitsha, Anambra State, have dragged the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, Standards Organization of Nigeria, SAN, and the State Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to a federal high court sitting in Awka over unlawful interference in their fundamental human rights. The 4 traders, Peter Okala, Alhaji Yunusa Tanko, Professor Samuel Anidike, and CC Emeronwo, have through their counsel, Chubike Unwabweze, prayed the court for some reliefs against the defendants, insisting that not all the traders in the markets are dealing in counterfeit drugs as claimed by the agency. The relief sought in suit number PAC-AWK CS 40-2025 include an order of the court restraining the respondents, their agencies, officers, operatives, and workers from further breaking into the applicants' shops at Ogboukwu Bridgehead Market in their absence without a valid court order and search warrant, and confiscating their goods and carting them to unknown destination. They also prayed to the court for 50 million naira against the respondents as exemplary damage and another 50 million as general damages against the respondents as a result of their actions. Before heading to court, the group had called a press conference over the sudden invasion and stealing up of the market without prior notice by NAFDAC, describing the action as barbaric and denial of fundamental rights of the citizenry. They averred that the traders have incurred over 2 million naira loss as a result of the stealing up of the market for over 10 days, thereby forcing the traders to go hungry, having been rendered jobless by NAFDAC. They claim that 500 billion naira worth of goods are carried away by NAFDAC, who, according to them, stormed the market with fierce-looking military police and other security operatives and sealed up the market. Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, on Tuesday said the registration period for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, which began on February 3rd, will not be extended beyond the stipulated deadline of March 8, 2025. JAM spokesperson Dr. Fabian Benjamin warned in a statement that the deadline had been clearly communicated in all advertisement and the official calendar for the 2025 UTME exercise. According to him, over 1,500,000 candidates have successfully registered, which aligns closely with the board's projection for the 2025 examination council. Second, Benjamin explained further that the board's calendar is fixed with numerous subsequent programs scheduled after registration, including examination, results, management and admissions exercise, which are coordinated with other agencies whose operations rely on the completion of JAM's processes. The statement urged candidates to complete their registration as soon as possible and adhere to the established timeline for the 2025 UTME. Residents in Bayelsa State have been advised to prioritize their health and general well-being as they go about their daily activities in order to avoid emotional stress. The Vice Principal Administration of Isaac Jasper Borage College of Education, Demonstration Nursery, Primary and Secondary School, Mrs. Tamunoton Levi, and some concerned Bayelsans gave the advice in Yanagua while speaking with NDTV News on handling emotional stress. Correspondent Janet Tomote has the details.
We have different types of stress, which are environmental, we have physical, we have emotional, which we are going to discuss.
Emotional stress is an issue affecting millions of people globally, ranging from depression, anxiety, and anger in many cases. Mrs. Levi Tamunoton, while explaining issues concerning emotional stress, advised Bayelsans to manage their emotions properly.
The youth most times, because of joblessness, other maybe relationship didn't work well. So some will go for smoking, doing this, drinking. All those things cannot stop emotional stress. Married women, we have challenges at home with our husband, children, trying to take care of the home, financial problem, especially the economy we are facing today. So one, you have to manage it by being active, relaxing yourself, taking charge of your body, taking charge of the mind, working on your mind to make sure that all those negative thoughts are being erased from the mind.
Mrs. Levi also urged parents to cut down their expenses to meet up the economic situation in the country.
So you have to take life easy. The things you can be able to change, you do them. There are things you cannot change. They're not stuck. You can't change it. You let it go. Cut your expenses. Pick up the things you can do. Do scale of preference. Take life easy, and you see that everything will be fine.
Some other respondents said, though life is hard, but it should be handled with care to avoid serious health challenges.
I give myself rest. I refuse to label myself because I know that if I continue, I can run mad or I die.
To take life one step at a time and not to put too much pressure on themselves.
Anyone that has been working, if you work hard, you need to give a time for rest.
So people should just learn to be thankful to God for their present state while they look forward to a better future.
According to psychological experts, emotional stress can be reduced by exercising regularly, engage in joyful activities, seek professional help, taking a break, and practice positive thinking. Janet Tuomute, reporting for NDTV News.
The Senate had a committee on Ways and Means Advance has accused the Central Bank of Nigeria of frustrating its investigation into the 30 trillion naira Ways and Means Advance facility and the Anchor Borrowers program under the former President Muhammad Buhari's administration. The committee made the accusation after receiving an interim report from its consultants at a meeting where they expressed frustration over the CBN's failure to provide crucial documents required for the probe. The committee stated that the delay has significantly stalled progress on the investigation inaugurated a year ago by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Chairman of the committee, Senator Issa Jibrim, criticized the CBN for withholding vital information despite multiple requests revealing major fractions with the preliminary reports at the Apex Bank. He dismissed speculations that the Senate has been compromised or gone to sleep, reaffirming its commitment to ensure accountability and transparency in the management of public funds. If you're just joining us, you're watching Niger Delta Television News. On the headlines, Onitsha traders drag NAFDAC to court over unlawful interference. JAM says no extension of registration deadline before March 8. Still to come in the news, United States excludes UK, Nigeria, others from visa-free entry for 2025. Details of these after the break. Do stay with us.
Welcome to Niger Delta Television News and Current Affairs Department at the NS Equally Media Complex here in Yanagua, Bayelsa State.
One of NDTV's traditional objectives is to disseminate information with renewed vigor. We build teamwork for accountability, efficiency, and accuracy.
Our community reports, eyewitness accounts, current affairs discussions are detailed and competitive.
As NDTV reporters, undiluted report is our goal. We gather the news and bring it to you just as it is.
Our cameras are poised to get in the story behind the story in an in-depth news report.
Our new digital equipment are top-notch with clearer visuals and audio. NDTV is repositioned to serve you better.
Join us on the news every day at 7 a.m., 12 p.m. and our major bulletin at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 25 UHF. NDTV, crystallizing the vision.
Thanks for staying tuned. The news continues. The United States has published a list of eligible countries for its 2025 Visa Waiver Program VWP. The United Kingdom has been removed from the list, but remains legible under specific conditions. The list, however, does not include African countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa. According to the U.S. Bureau of Consular Affairs, the Visa Waiver Program allows most citizens of eligible countries to travel to the U.S. for tourism or business for up to 90 days without requiring a visa. The agency stated that travelers must have a valid electronic system for travel authorization approval prior to travel and meet all requirements. The agency stated that travelers must have a valid electronic system for travel authorization approval. The 2025 Visa Waiver Program has also introduced policy updates on permit eligibility and new travel policies. Ukrainian President Zelensky is expected to visit Washington after the U.S.-Ukraine deal on natural resources and reconstruction, according to a Ukrainian official. Negotiations have been underway for days on a deal that may give the U.S. access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals as part of border talks to end Russia's invasion, alongside U.S. participation in a reconstruction fund for Ukraine. According to the Ukrainian official, the terms were finalized after removing everything unacceptable to both parties and clearly outlining how the agreement could contribute to Ukraine's security and peace. While details remain undisclosed, a key issue was the Trump administration's previous demand for a $500 billion stake in Ukraine's rare earths and minerals in return for U.S. and U.S. aid already provided to Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, which Zelensky has previously rejected. Popular stand-up comedian Igo Save has demanded for a probe into activities of service providers in Nigeria over the high cost of data and poor internet access in the country. For details of these and more entertainment stories, let's join Mayowa Akai.
Nigerian stand-up comedian Otagwari Onajayeka, popularly known as Igo Save, has sparked a heated debate over the skyrocketing cost and poor quality of internet services in Nigeria. Speaking from the United Kingdom, he shared his experience of buying 20 gigabytes of data that lasted him 3 weeks, unlike in Nigeria, where 50 gigabytes barely lasted 3 days. He urged authorities like Nigerian Communication Commissions, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, and Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, and other related offenses commission to intervene, claiming telecoms providers are exploiting Nigerians, especially given the country's low minimum wage. His remarks have sparked debate, especially amidst recent tariff hikes by major telecommunication companies. Popular critic Very Dark Man has accused media personality Nebu Wazobia of having ties to fraudsters and drug dealers in South Africa, Morocco, and Turkey. He leaked an audio recording where Nedu allegedly says he knows people involved in these illegal activities. Very Dark Man is calling for an official investigation, hinting that Nedu might be involved. In response, Nedu has sued Very Dark Man for 500 million naira, claiming defamation. While his fans believe Nedu is innocent, others think the claims should be investigated. Global music icon Taylor Swift has set another historic milestone, becoming the first female artist to reach 100 billion streams on Spotify. The achievement was confirmed on Tuesday by Chart Data, a well-known music data tracking platform. This incredible feat solidifies Swift's position as one of the most influential and successful artists in the streaming era. A massive catalog, which includes chart-topping albums like 1989 Taylor's Version, Midnight, Lover and Folklore, continues to draw billions of streams worldwide. Swift's dedicated fan base, known as the Swifties, has played a crucial role in this success, consistently streaming her music across all platforms. This latest record adds to a long list of achievements, including multi-Grammy Award, sold-out stadium tours, and record-breaking album sales. Swift streaming success proves that her influence in the music industry remains unmatched. I am Mayowa Akade for NDTV Entertainment News.
Nigerians representatives at the 2025 International Table Tennis Federation African Cup Championships in Tunis, the Canaan Queens of Calabar, have exited the competition at the semi-final stage. For details of this report and more sports stories, let's join Ayemi Miene.
The Canaan Queens of Calabar lost 0-3 to Petrojet women's team of Egypt in the semi-finals of the event at the El Mensa Sports Hall on Monday. In the group stage, the team, which is Nigeria's only representative and is led by Fatima Bello, Janet Effiong, Cecilia Otu Akpan, and Hope Udoaka, defeated club teams from Tunisia and Madagascar. However, the Nigerian women finished second in their group before moving on to the semi-finals after losing 3-0 to the reigning champions Zamalek of Egypt in their most recent group match. Two Egyptian teams, Al Zamalek and Petrojet, will compete in the finals of the women's event. The National Sports Festival South-South Zonal Elimination begins in Benin. The zonal elimination for ball games in Benin, the capital of Edo State, has begun for Team Delta, the defending National Sports Festival champion, and other South-South states. Team Delta is competing in all 8 team sports at the elimination tournament being held at Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin. According to Festus Owojero, Director General of the Delta State Sports Commission, who spoke to The Guardian yesterday, "We are competing in every team sport, both for men and women," Owojero stated. These include cricket, handball, volleyball, hockey, basketball, abula, beach volleyball, and football. The executive chairman of the Edo State Sports Commission, Amadine Desmond Inabulele, and the Edo State government have been praised by Mr. Njoku Peters, the South-South Zonal Coordinator, for their quick response to Benin City hosting the games. According to Njoku, Edo State's generosity demonstrates the state's leadership in the advancement of sports. Following a few technical meetings at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin, Njoku gave the speech on behalf of the participating states. This year, Ogun State will host the National Sports Festival for NDTV Sports.
And that's the size of our package this evening. But before we go, a quick look at the highlights. 4 traders at Obo-Uku Bridgehead Market in Onitsha, Anambra State have dragged the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, Standards Organization of Nigeria, and the State Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to a federal high court sitting in Awka over the unlawful interference in their fundamental human rights. We also brought to you a report that Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board JAMB on Tuesday said the registration period for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculations Examination, which began on February 3rd, will not be extended beyond the stipulated deadline of March 8, 2025. And finally, the United States had published a list of eligible countries for its 2025 Visa Waiver Program VWP. Thanks for watching. I am Tari Prido Ikidi. Bye for now.